As promised, here's the video showing off my default warbands in Conqueror's Blade. First, some caveats. These are default warbands. I am constantly tweaking them in matches based off a few factors. You can see some of the factors at play in my video covering some thoughts about building your own warband. Also, when I am playing on a day-to-day basis, I am usually constantly changing warbands to level up units or test stuff out. With that being said, these are my go-to default warbands that I run. Starting with my attack warband. This warband is composed of Simichian Stalwarts, Imperial Pike Guards, Condottieri Guards, and Martellatori. Martellatori are my go-to unit for pushing siege equipment on attack. They give the health buff to siege equipment, increasing my chances that they will get in place. Condottieri Guards I use as a shock troop. Their shock attack is excellent at crowd controlling enemy units. They are also a great unit for flanking or running the walls. I choose to spend the majority of my leadership on my pushing units. Simichian Stalwarts can be used as a shield wall unit when necessary, though it is not the best at it, but the damage output and pushing potential I find to be worth the trade-off rather than taking a full shield wall unit when I am on attack. I also take the Imperial Pike Guards, since they are one of the best pushing units with their advance. They can also counter some enemy cavalry units as well. Trade-offs I will sometimes take are swapping out the Condottieri for Nomcons when my team needs more ranged units, or swapping Imperial Pike Guards for Fortebraccio on maps that have great positioning locations for them. My defense warband is composed of Simichian Stalwarts, Fortebraccio, and Halberdier Sergeants. This warband is one that changes up the most. The map plays a large role in defense, but let's talk about these units first. Simichian Stalwarts, as we talked about, have a great damage output and push potential. For the same reason I take them on attack, I will take them on defense as well. Having a unit that can counter push is very helpful. Fortebraccio are excellent for defense. You can set them up in gateways and various choke points to slow down opponents. They are also great against cavalry, which you tend to see more from attackers. Halberdier Sergeants back up against cavalry as well, but their charge is respectable. A great part about Halberdiers is that in their braced formation they can attack in any direction. This is great for setting up in shield wall formations. If the attacker flanks you, your Halberdiers will still engage them, rather than the opponent getting a free hit on your team's units, especially if that flanker is cavalry. Moving on to open world warbands, for rebel camps I run Liao's Rangers, Fortebraccio, and Iron Cap Spearmen. For the most part I just run the Liao's the whole time. Liao's have a great damage output, can handle being in melee better than most Golden Era cavalry, and they in general will handle rebel camps with ease if you know the system. If I go in with an infantry group, I run Fortebraccio or Spearmen. I will pair up with another player. If they take a shield wall, I take Fortebraccio. If they take pikes, I take my Spearmen. The Spearmen lack of a shield wall formation does make it challenging for the last capture point, but with a good teammate it works out either way. Main thing is the pike unit does the damage and killing, the shield wall unit blocks the ranged attacks and keeps the enemy at bay. My harvesting warband, well, it's all serfs. Gotta get that crazy labor. For my territory war warband, it varies. My warband is based on the needs of the house and what we are doing. If they need cavalry, I take my maxed Golden Era cavalry units, so Liao's and Monastics. I tend to be on attack or defense for sieges, so my loadout is generally Imperial Spear Guards, Fortebraccio, and either a Zops for shock troops or Imperial Pike Guards. Simichian Stalwarts and Simichian Paladins will also be used here and there, but this really is a warband that depends on what the house needs. I generally do not play ranked, so I do not have any warbands to really share. With that being said, they would be similar to my attack and defense ones I mentioned earlier. My free battle warbands are, for the most part, all my best units. For siege, I start with Liao's Rangers, Simichian Stalwarts, Shield Maidens, Imperial Pike Guards, and Falconetti. This varies depending on the map, but these are generally some of the best units I have, and since leadership does not matter, running some of the best units you have and the ones that you are best with is a good idea. For my field battle loadout, it is Liao's Rangers, Monastic Knights, Pavis, Imperial Pike Guards, and Fortebraccio. Field battle free battles are generally cavalry spam, so my units are my best cavalry and my best anti-cavalry. Pretty simple loadout. I hope this look at my warbands helped give you some insight into building your own. If you have questions, comment down below, or ask in my Twitch stream on my Twitch channel. My stream times are changing right after this video goes live due to me moving. You can check out the new times on my Twitch page. With that, until next time, I'll see you on the battlefield. No. No healing for you. Get out of here. Get down.